above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. The right bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today. Member FDIC.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
When property owners in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation, ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealership.
You've worked hard, saved well, and invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
That will welcome me back to our to the VFW Sports Center for the tail end of our twin bill this afternoon and evening as we get set now for the season opener for the Fargo North Spartans and the Legacy Sabres. Hi again, hockey fans. Todd Darmers alongside Mike Peluso as we get set for the Spartans and the Sabres. How do we get the Patriots and the Packers and now the Spartans and the Sabres? We got the alliterations going.
We do.
The Sabres and the Spartans in Game 2. It's our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Timely services that won't slow you down. 15-minute oil changes. Locations in Minot and Bismarck. Find them online at VIOC.com. Fourth all-time meeting between the Sabres and the Spartans. Fargo North hasn't lost. 3-0-1. They played to a 2-2 tie a couple years ago, and they played most recently in the loser-out game at State last year. Fargo North, a team, you think back into the 80s, and Fargo North was unbelievable in high school hockey, and they won 4 state titles in that time frame. And since then, they broke last year, actually, an 11-year drought from being at the state tournament with a win over West Fargo in the EDC qualifying game to get back to the big dance where they finished 5th. So, yeah. Head coach Tyler Klein in his 8th year was the EDC and the state coach of the year. Brings some kids back and North right up there as their pick number 5 in the EDC and the statewide coaches poll.
Yeah, no, I just got done talking with Tyler. You know, he's super excited about this group. He thinks he's got a very hardworking, very dedicated, committed group. And you know, you talk about the history of Fargo North. You know, you're right. They had an unbelievable program for many, many years, and I think they just went through the growing pains of town kind of relocating, much as Bismarck is. You know, you get growth in certain areas of town and it kind of leaves something behind, but I think you're seeing a lot of, you know, new young families moving into that neck of the woods, and they're reaping the rewards right now, getting some good kids coming, and you know, Tyler's going to do a great job once again.
And the thing that I noticed right away is a lot of these kids, I got a chance to cover the state baseball tournament last year, and there was a number of these kids that were on the baseball team, including Colby Hansen, who was their ace on the pitching staff. And yeah, he's a good multi-sport athlete, and you see the football kids and you see the baseball kids. So I always like that when I see that. Now, this is the age of specialization, so you're going to get a lot of kids that just play hockey, but those multi-sport athletes kind of draw my attention.
They drew mine as a coach. I begged my guys to play other sports. I didn't want them to play hockey in the summer, and you know, I kind of caught hell for it. But at the end of the day, I said, you know, here's the deal, you guys. You can get burned out of a sport. Like, you can get sick of it. And when you start getting sick of it, you don't put into it what you need to put into it. And I love the fact that these kids would play for other coaches, play in other situations. They're challenged, you know, both physically and mentally in their other sports. And those are the guys that I love the most as a hockey coach, is the multi-sport athletes.
Now, one thing that Tyler Klein's going to have to adjust for here is he lost 12 seniors from a season ago, and that was a good group. You got a couple guys up playing for the Selkirk Steelers, and you got a kicker now for Moorhead State University. You had Parker Dosh, was a goalie last year. They graduated their top 3 scorers, but they bring back Caleb Brigham, Liam Olson, Jack Amundsen, and Colby Hansen, who mentioned him. And now you're going to get Kiefer Martin starting in net. And look at these guys' number, 3-0, 0.6 goals against average, and 95% save percentage.
It's pretty good. I mean, keep that going the whole year.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, he was probably playing a couple mop-up games last year, backing up a great goalie in Parker Dosh. But now, just like the two goalies in our game before, you kind of get a chance to be in the spotlight now in the net.
Yeah, it's your turn. You know, you gotta take advantage of it. You know, these opportunities don't just arrive, so to speak. So certainly, I'm sure he's chomping at the bit to get the season rolling and show his coaching staff that you know, he's ready to go.
And let's talk a little bit about the Legacy Sabres. Second-year co-head coaches, Ryan Fargo and Wade Davison. They won the West Region Tournament back in 2023. They were runner-up last year. And picked number 3 in the WDA Coaches Poll, number 10 statewide. And you talk about teams that have lost stuff. I mean, that was a senior-dominated crew. They had some juniors that moved on to play juniors in Drew Beasley, but you lose Marcus Butts. I call him the Killer Bees. Strider McMahon, Jamison Johnson, an All-Stater, an All-State goalie, and Tyler Miller. And so those are some big skates to fill.
Oh, without a doubt. And I'm sure that, you know, they're trying to address that in the coaches' room and trying to figure out where they can put people to. You know, I wouldn't ever say it's kind of like Moneyball. You know, when they go in the scouting room and they're all crying that they lost Damien and Giambi and those guys. You know, you can't go find those guys. So you got to find other guys that can maybe, you know, duplicate what they did and what they brought. And you know, that's the beauty of high school sports is it's a turnaround. You get fresh faces, you get new kids that come in, and certain ones will surprise you, and other ones that were, you know, touted really good hockey players at the Pee Wee Bantam level, sometimes they don't pan out in high school hockey. So it's anybody's guess a lot of times of who's going to step up, but that's always the fun part as a coach.
Well, and then you get their top returners, Joel Anderson, you get Harrison Johnson back, Isaac Lewis. There's a couple seniors there and a junior. Lewis will be wearing the C this year for the Sabres. And you get Tristan Otto that's going to start in net, and he was 6-1-1 last year with a 1.96 and a 91% save percentage. So you get a couple guys here that were behind Dosh and behind Tyler Miller last year, and now you get their turn, and it's their chance. And now some of them are seniors, so you got your one chance, and they're going to make the best of it.
This is it, you know. And then sometimes that's just the way it works. You know, you're playing behind somebody, you might not get your chance when you feel like you deserve it. But at the end of the day, now it is your chance. So, you know, make the best of it. Like you said, it might be a little short-lived, but at the end of the day, it's your opportunity.
Well, and the other thing, in talking with co-head coach Wade Davison, they got some ninth graders that are going to be in the lineup, and you know as well as I do, man, you get those kids that are 14, and sometimes they're talented, sometimes a little bit too early, sometimes that's what you just have to roll with. But yeah, there's going to be some ninth graders out there for Legacy, and they're excited about a couple of those young kids.
Well, they should be. You know, I'll reflect back to my coaching days. I mean, the team that we won in 2014, we won the state title. I had a vast majority of those guys as freshmen, and we took our lumps. It was growing pains, you know, but we knew if we were patient and stayed with them and just kept working with them, that hopefully at some point that they could get over that hump. And I'll tell you what, they had a bunch of chances early in their careers to get to the state championship game, and we didn't quite get there. And then when they did, they made the best of it. So certainly, I'm sure Ryan and Wade are thinking the same thing. Hey, let's build these guys. They're young, but you know, it's a great base to build from.
Well, and you know as well as I do, is from a coaching standpoint, getting them into the varsity games and that ice time in practice. I mean, and just you can see those young kids make more leaps probably than some of those upperclassmen.
Yeah, you really see it their freshman, sophomore years, because they play Bantam hockey or whatever, where they're not on the ice every day. And when you are high school, you know, a lot of those kids will practice both varsity and JV as well. So they are really, you know, compounding their ice time right now, and it takes them a little bit to get used to it too. They're not used to putting their skates on every single day, and now they are, and you'll see a ton of growth out of those kids.
All right, fans, that'll put a wrap on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. An abbreviated one in between games here, so we had to take a second to change the cockpit out and make sure we had the team all refreshed and ready to go for game number 2. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. No appointment needed. Stay in your car for a drive-through oil change. Locations in Minot and Bismarck. They can get her done in about 15 minutes. Find them online at VIOC.com. We'll come back to the lineups, and we'll drop the puck between the Spartans and the Sabres in the tail end of our 2-game doubleheader here early season in November. Hockey night in Bismarck. The Sabres and the Spartans coming up next here on the PSP Network.
Why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
Wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
Todd Domrey's Mike Peluso back along with Luke and Landon Domreys as we get set for the Sabres and the Spartans. Here's your lineups. First off for Tyler Klein and the Fargo North Spartans. Their forwards will look like this. Jack Amundsen will be joined by the centerman Caleb Brigham, and Elijah Enger will go Eli Enger for him as the right winger on that top line. The D pair is Bryce Dietz and Connor Long, and in net is the senior Kiefer Martin. There's your starting six for the Fargo North Spartans. All right, here's the lineup for the Legacy Sabres today. Legacy will bring Johnson & Johnson. I love it. We had Johnson & Johnson for the Century Patriots, and Caleb Johnson and Harrison Johnson will be on that top line for the Sabres, along with the captain, Isaac Lewis. And the Sabres D pair will be Gavin Mitzel and Joel Anderson. And in net will be the senior Tristan Otto. Yeah, you look at the you look at the lineup for Legacy, and I keep these from one year to the next. And most times you can roll over about half of it, maybe 60%. It was about 20% for Legacy from last year to this year. So this is going to be a whole new cast of characters out there for Coach Davison and Coach Farragher. And you mentioned it in our first game. Heck, half of the first week of practice is just getting these guys accustomed to what are their tendencies, but how do different guys react in different situations with the puck, and it's a feeling out process.
It really is. I mean, it's a lot of guesswork, to be real honest with you. Sometimes you got a fairly good idea, but here's a little trade secret. When I was coaching, I honestly used to tell up my best two players. I'd pick them two, and literally watch them pick their teams to practice to play against each other, and we'd watch the top picks. I mean, it was just like playground stuff, and that a lot of times it would surprise you, because you'd be like, "Well, that's interesting. They picked him," and then you'd ask them, "Why'd you pick him?" And they'd tell you things about him that you didn't understand, and that's how I learned a lot of my players that way. I know it sounds archaic, but
that's good.
It worked.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Trade secrets. I love it.
Oh man, I tell you, I reinvented the wheel.
All right, we are set for hockey. Hey, good to see Tyler Liffrig. My boys are sophomores at the University of North Dakota. I mean, don't cringe when I say that. But I've been to a few Fighting Hawks games, and Tyler's been up there linesman, and we usually get like second row seats at the Ralph, and he's giving me a couple winks or two.
Oh, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah,
Tyler's a good guy. I got some good stories about him when I was coaching as well, so we might be able to slip one of them in on air.
All right, we are set for hockey. The Sabres and the Spartans in an early icing. We can tell you today's icing brought to you by Shields, Minot and Bismarck. Every sporting good possible, along with fashion and footwear. Find them online at shields.com. They're a proud supporter of the PSP Network. Fargo North out there in the navy blues, outlined in white and yellow.
Those are sharp.
Those are sharp. Legacy. Who does that remind you of? That uni, that the look of. I'm trying to think who that, like from a collegiate standpoint, who that reminds you of.
Kind of Michigan.
Michigan, yeah. Yeah.
Except Fargo's helmets are a lot better.
Legacy gets a shot there, goes wide for the D-man, Gavin Mitzel. Sabres establishing some zone time here early on. West Fargo looks for a breakout. Connor Amundsen has it on his stick. Sends it across.
Fargo North.
Did I say West Fargo?
Yes, you did.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
I needed that because, right out front, shoot, score! Jack Amundsen just put one in the back of the net. He put it on a tee in the slot, and he nails it home.
Well, if you're Fargo North, that's about as good a start as you could ask for.
First time in the end of the Sabres, and just like that, get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. Jack Amundsen with 11 points a year ago. Sabres just got it in deep, and the next thing you know, right out front, and he did not miss the twine. 47 seconds in. How do you get an unassisted goal when you had a guy that threw it out front to you?
Yeah, I'll have to relook at that one.
I don't understand that, but Amundsen with 7 goals a year ago starts it out 47 seconds in, and Fargo North leads 1-0 on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. Legacy in with Ben Garley. Sabres try to hold it in, and wrapped down by Christian Gomez out to center. Back in the Legacy end, and sails up into the, hey, watch out, folks. Got to be aware of those loose pucks flying into the stands.
You do. I'll tell you what, when I used to play here, and believe it or not, this glass here was only about 3 foot high on this side, and literally it was right at the back of people's heads when they were walking in here, and how nobody got absolutely cuckoo-looped, I'll never know.
You know what that reminds me of is I did a game with Lane last year, and he came out of a Bobcats practice, and he had a big old black shiner. I'm like, hey, what did you do there? Oh, wheeling in is Renz. Check that. That was Beckham Presley McKay. Shot that high and wide. Now he holds the line. Steps in amongst that North defense. Legacy trying to get established on the offensive end. North bottles it up there with Bryce Dietz. And Dietz has it on his stick again. Shovels it out to center. Looking for an outlet there to Kellen Doherty. Sabres fire an outlet. It's kind of the, this is how the game a moment ago started with, both teams seemingly not able to get organized and just kind of ragtag for the first few minutes. But the difference in this one is North already has a quick goal. Stalemated on the near side wall. Looking to dig it out of there for North was Colby Hansen. Instead, Legacy has it slip off the stick of Isaac Lewis. Right in front of the Sabre bench. North dumps it back in. Back in on the chase is Hansen along with Liam Olsen. Sabres play it down deep. And knocked out of the line by the captain, Isaac Lewis. Christian Gomez tosses it over to Liam Olsen. Legacy a little loose at the puck there, and North looking to take advantage. Now they got an opportunity, and right into the blue paint. Covered up there by Tristan Otto. Looked like Caleb Brigham was going to have an opportunity, but then he got stood up. 13:20 to play, opening period on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. Fargo North with that early goal from Jack Amundsen has staked themselves to a 1-goal lead. That was the funniest draw I ever saw right there. Brigham was looking around like, what's going on? And the linesman dropped it, and he wasn't even ready for it. They gave him a do-over, though. Who says there isn't do-overs in life?
Right.
Legacy comes in with Braden Strom. Played there by Isaac Jerome. Jerome will just fire it in deep. Pinching in is Blaze Miller. Bryce Dietz collects, and he gives it right back to Strom. Strom working hard, tried to center it out front. Garley doing the dirty work down below the goal line. Now a loose puck, comes right out in front, and a low shot fired on net there, and it's going to be covered up. Bo Raschke, the freshman from the top of the slot, put it on net, and Kiefer Martin covered it up. Good penalty at the end of that?
Well, I think he's calling one.
Yeah, it looks like Legacy's going on the man advantage. Looks like Connor Long's going off. Connor Long into the box. And the Sabres with the man advantage. We got Gavin Mitzel out there along with Mason Strom. Mitzel has it from the top of the slot. Gets it over to Lewis. Steps into the dot. Wrist shot. A save.
Spartans penalties on number 23, Connor Long. 2 minutes for cross-checking at 4:01. Long of the Spartans.
2 minutes for cross-checking for Connor Long. Kiefer Martin with a couple saves here early on. Beckham, Presley, McKay on the draw for Legacy. That's a mouthful right there. We may just go with Presley, McKay. Or maybe just McKay. Mitzel has it. Lewis off his skate. And out to the line. Mitzel holds it in. Back to Lewis. Lewis to Mitzel, who walks in, fires, and that's blocked by Dietz. Dietz has a stick on it, and then he got pasted, but he clears. Played by a high stick there for Lewis, and it's going to be a draw on in the Legacy end. 1:24 left on the man advantage for the Sabres.
I was going to say, this one started with a little more flow, but now all of a sudden we're a little jammed up here. Hopefully it'll pick back up again.
Yeah, 1:24 we mentioned left on the man advantage. Draw to the glove side of Tristan Otto, and then you get Jack Amundsen firing a shot on goal again right into the chest of Otto, and he covers it up. Hansen will take the draw. One there by the Sabres. Joel Anderson will carry out for Legacy. Weaving through traffic, Anderson knocked off the puck, and he flies into the inboards. Kept alive by Johnson. Out to the line to Mitzel. Oh, and a shot up front, they score! The redirect, and the Sabres have tied it up. That might have been Johnson to Johnson. Harrison to Caleb. And a power play goal for Legacy has tied this thing up at 1. Let's get your Ryan Family Dealership look at that one. Sabres had that thing on the far wall. And from the circle, they stepped it in front. Yeah, that was a redirect. Just over the shoulder of Kiefer Martin. Caleb Johnson does indeed get the goal. It was Johnson to Johnson. Braden Strom also with an assist, and Legacy has tied it up. 5:02 is the time of the goal. And we're tied up at 1 on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. Sabres will play it by Kyler Renz, sent down to the Spartan end. And Enger looking for a headman pass to Brigman. In Brigman, and a save by Tristan Otto. It's so funny now. I've done enough games with Lane and that goalie mentality, and nobody ever figured out goalies right, but he pointed out to me, he's like, hey, watch whenever the goalie makes a good save, look over at Coach Farragher. So what do you think I just did right there?
Sure you looked right at
I looked right at Farragher, and he was clapping.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
Those goalies stick together, right?
They do.
They sure do. And I'm correct in saying you'll never figure them out, right?
No, you will not. I always said it was a perfect game without him.
Legacy tried to seam a pass, and then they get a shot that goes up into the netting. Sent high off the stick of Mason Strom. Sabres couldn't take advantage of that man advantage. Well, actually, they did take advantage of the man advantage. I beg your pardon. 1-for-1 on the power play is Legacy, and we're knotted up at 1 with 10:42 to play, first period. Draw one by the Sabres. Now it's loose in the slots, and a shot goes wide there for the Sabres. Isaac Jerome. Legacy trying to establish some zone time here. Here comes a breakout. What losing a stick there was Connor Amundsen. Played back deep. Joel Anderson has it. Looks for an outlet. Got tangled up in some skates. Anderson will rifle around to Mitzel. Out to the line to Jerome. And collected there by Long. Long knocked off the puck. Mitzel diving in along with Lewis. And here comes Caleb Brigman. Oh, he got some speed. Turns into a quick 2-on-1. Brigman will fire, and a sharp side save there by Tristan Otto. And Legacy's just going to send that down. Must have hit somebody. They don't call icing. And we'll play on. You get the goalie and a D-man there wondering, hey, I zigged, you zagged, and the next thing you know, the goalie still had it. Brigman plays it off to Enger. Legacy with a breakout, and they were offside as Caleb Johnson tried to tiptoe the line, but Bo Rashke's pass not on time, and the icing will bring it out to center. Well, the eye test for me is, both these games so far, and we're only 8 minutes in, but the eye test is that it isn't like either one of these teams just leaps and bounds, even in the last game, ahead of the other one.
No, that's pretty common this time of year. You really start to see the separation mid-January, where teams kind of, figure out their own, and that's where you really see it. Normally, these early ones are usually pretty close.
Played ahead for Kellen Doherty. His shot whistles wide. Battling for it was McKay. Puck just rolling on its edge. It's going to have to be settled down there by the Sabres. Evan Davis got bounced off the puck. Legacy looking for an outlet, and they get it to McKay. Couldn't get it over to his line mate, Trenton Locker. And back to play it is Long. Held in the line for Anderson. Put that shot on the side of the net, did Joel Anderson. I like this freshman, Presley McKay.
Yeah, he's working hard.
Anderson has it at the line, wrist shot, redirected in front. Locker got a piece of that, and it comes out to center. Shots are 6-6 here in period number 1. Good spin move there by Anderson. Then he lost an edge. And a wind up and a drive from the line there for Legacy's Isaac Jerome. You don't see too many slap shots anymore.
You really don't, and I don't know if it's a lost art or what it is, but you don't see as many as you used to, that's for sure. I know I tickled the rafters with my stick a time or two.
Hey man, if you got some time and space, just wind up and wrap that baby, huh?
Oh, right on.
Takeaway, Legacy. Oh, good shot there by Braden Strom, but a better save for Kiefer Martin. Now out front, to the high slot it goes. Backhanded to the net by Anderson. Kept in. Mitzel's high shot redirected. Another good save by Martin. Legacy is peppering the Spartan netminder. That was a good save there. If that actually was a save, or if it just was the self-defense that he just kept it in front of him. That might have been the most laissez-faire attempt with the stick I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was heart attack for me, and I'm not even coaching.
You saw the same thing as me?
Yeah.
Kiefer Martin, that puck was on net.
I know.
And it was like this dude.
I like his confidence.
I like his confidence. Sent in by Raschke. Harrison Johnson pinching in. Down deep is Lewis. Working hard, Johnson. Still has it. Oh, and then he gives it away. Amundsen, Jack that is, back for the Spartans to Enger, who throws it in. 6.5 to play, period number 1. 1-1 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Jack Amundsen operating behind the goal, behind the nets, beyond the goal line. Out to the point, and that shot's blocked. Christian Gomez threw it right into a Sabre. Long, nudges it along, has it back. He gets sent into the boards.
I think there's a couple snipers hanging out in the rafters here. We've seen a few blown tires out there.
Legacy has Mason Strom. Oh, out front. And a backhander on net for Kellen Doherty. Didn't get as much on that as he wanted.
No, the backhands are tough, especially in tight like that. It's hard to get a lot on them.
Tristanato has the save. Shots on goal are now 8-7. Legacy out shooting Fargo North. Drawn to the stick side of Tristanato, comes out to neutral ice. Anderson knocks it off the boards. And now you get a hustling Isaac Jerome comes in, shoots. Had some bodies in front of that, but it never got to the net. Jerome back in the left circle. His high wrist shot beyond the net. Kept in by Anderson, but now it's pushed out to center. And now you get a developing 2-on-1. Here comes Dilger, sends it out front, and a high shot over the net by Wyatt Anderson. Fourth line out there for Fargo North. That was a grade A opportunity.
It really was.
Anderson, the senior, just missed the top of the bar. Back to collect is Connor Long. The D-man carries it all the way in. He's pushed off the puck, now double teamed, and now a takeaway. Shot goes wide there for Colby Hansen. North still in the zone. Tried to seam one into the slots, and a good stick there by Isaac Lewis. Takes it away for Legacy. Colby Hansen pushes it back along the wall. Fargo North still in attack mode. Legacy throws it behind the net, trying to wrap it around and slam it in was Liam Olson. Legacy still can't get it out of the zone. Good job at the line there by Gomez to hold it in. Olson overskates it with 4:05 to play. Now a puck loose on the side of the cage. Legacy, they're trying to ice it right now because they've been out there for a while, and the shots keep coming. Now that one gets redirected in front for Jack Amundsen. Brigman back behind the net, operating in Gretzky's office. Sends it over to Gomez. Christian to the lane. You got some tired bodies out there right now for Legacy.
Yeah, if you're Fargo North, you don't want to give this up. You don't want an easy whistle, so you want to keep the pressure on as much as you can because chances are, and there they finally got a hold of it to get it out.
Yeah. And Legacy's Bo Raschke says, yep, we need some new five. We need a new five out here.
Right. See, now the high school rules allows you to do that now. Like where I coach this fall in the Elite League, if you ice the puck, those guys got to stay on the rink. So it really changes how the game's played. I know the higher levels, college, juniors, college, pro, it's all that hybrid now. Where if you ice it, you're still out on the rink, so you don't get that break. But right there, that's a good play.
Well, Legacy trying to get Strom on the breakout. No, beg your pardon, that was not Strom. It was Ben Garley. And you're going to get an interference call at center ice. looks like Evan Davis is going into the box. 2 minutes for interference. And Legacy will have their second power play, and they capitalized on the first one. Our scoreboard interface is a little bit delayed right now because the clock still says 8:43 on there.
Oh, technical difficulties.
Yeah. Hey, we just got to give it time. Sometimes it just takes a little rest and it catches up. Legacy with the man advantage. Anderson backhands it and belted off the puck. There was Ben Garley, and Connor Long just sends it down for the Spartans. Joel Anderson back, has it on his stick, and he starts the rush for Legacy. Garley off the skates of Braden Strom, slams on the brakes and sent back in by Dietz. Legacy having a hard time getting organized here. Now here's a chance for Brigman. What a play! Caleb Brigman just scored a shorthanded goal, and the North Spartans lead 2-1. Yeah, Legacy just, they couldn't get organized in their own end, and it cost them.
Right, a little scrambly.
Ryan Family Dealership replay. Yeah, the next thing you know, it pops on the stick. This is usually what happens. Things are just not organized, and the next thing you know, here comes Brigman. And then this is a nice little burst by him. Got around the defense, and then the move at the end went top shelf for that one. Caleb Brigman. Brigman with the assist to Liam Olsen. Yeah, see, I told you, that's when the scoreboard catches up.
Oh, there you go. We're back on it.
Brigman from Liam Olsen at the 2:21 mark of period number 1, and North leads 2-1. Isaac Lewis gets organized for Legacy. Tried to hit Bo Raschke, couldn't do it. And today's icing will be brought to you by Planet Pizza. No pizza like it. Try the Blue Buffalo or the plain cheese. Your mouth and belly will thank you. Call 701-852-1700. Planet Pizza. You know, when you do these double headers, we should have some Planet Pizza sent in for us.
Yeah, no kidding.
That would be nice. I see 2 kids over here nodding.
I don't blame them.
They saw me eating some combos and they're like, you got any more of those? Joel Anderson with a head of steam. Legacy still got 20 seconds on the man advantage, but it hasn't even seemed like it's been a power play. Legacy hasn't even gotten organized, and they still aren't. Down to 10 on the man advantage. Strom walks in. Oh, shot off of Kiefer Martin. And Strom has it at center as we're back to even strength. Mitzel back for Legacy. Fires it up the wall to Johnson. Looks ahead to Strom off his skates. And back to play it is Tanner Killen.
1 minute remaining in the first period.
Doherty looks for an escape. Legacy holds it in with Cooper Schwann. He looks to center it, couldn't do it. Now he got lost off the puck. Now it's a 2-on-1 developing. And Legacy, as the the Spartans tried to center that over to Doherty. And it just got tipped away at the last second by Legacy. Spartans got a man down on the ice as Peyton Rorick hit the deck hard. Now he finally gets to the bench. With under 25 seconds to play, period number 1. In the north end is the action. McKay rifles it back in. Renz tries to hold it in. And Fargo North just sends it down the ice. And this icing brought to you by the UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot. They're located on South Broadway in Minot. They're there for all your packing and shipping needs. Just 6.2 seconds remaining in period 1. Be a defensive zone draw here for Fargo North. Hansen and Garley take the draw, and it comes out to center, and that's the way period number 1 will go into the books.
At the end of the first period,
I don't know. Usually when we do games, the over/under is like 8 or 9, but this doesn't feel like an 8 or 9 goal game.
Well, I don't know. We're ahead of our pace.
Yeah, true story. True story. Maybe I'm jumping to conclusions. All right, fans, our intermission report comes up next, brought to you by Magic Towing. You blow it, they'll tow it. Magic Towing serving Western North Dakota. We'll recap the numbers. We'll recap the scoring plays. We'll do all that when we come back on the PSP Network. At the end of one, Fargo North on top, 2-1 on your BNC National Bank scoreboard.
To you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Now we're back in our Magic Towing intermission report. End of the first period. Fargo North leads 2-1 on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. Intermissions, as always, brought to you by Magic Towing. Call them when you need a tow. No job too big or too small. Magic Towing. Put this number in your phone right now. 701-509-4011. It's Magic Towing, serving Western North Dakota. If you mention the PSP network, next time you need a tow from the fine folks at Magic Towing, they'll take $50 off. I could have used that a couple weeks ago. I needed a tow in the city of Grand Forks.
Oh, there you go.
Too bad Magic Towing doesn't go all the way over to the Forks area. So, all right, Fargo North 2, Legacy 1. That felt, I don't know how to describe this, but that felt like it was maybe a little better brand of hockey than we saw in period 1 in the last game.
Yeah, I thought it was definitely a little more flow than the last game, especially the start of it. So, you know, again, both teams are trying to figure things out. It just takes a little bit, but for the most part, it wasn't terrible.
I always get a kick out of, I do enough broadcasting, and now we've added volleyball to the repertoire. I've seen you at a couple volleyball matches. We get to do some wrestling. We get to do some basketball, obviously hockey. I always get a kick out of it when I see husbands and wives that don't sit by each other at the games.
Yeah, well, there might be some merit to that. But yeah, I'm not married, but I'm kind of one of them guys. I like to go slip off in the corner somewhere when I'm watching my daughters play sports, because it's just one of them things.
This actually brings back one of my favorite stories to tell about broadcasting. Is this was back in the radio days, and I'd come over to the VFW to do a hockey broadcast, and I said, hey, can I talk to you for a pregame interview? And you said, yeah, meet me up over in the handicap area, way up on the top rafters here of the VFW, because that's where you hung out. And then we did a pregame interview, and afterwards I said, hey, good luck tonight, Coach. And you said right back, I still have a tape of this, as a matter of fact. You said, yeah, good luck to you. I've been doing it for 30 years, MP, and nobody's ever said good luck to me.
Well, there's always a first.
Oh, that was good stuff. It's our Magic Towing halftime report. Let's look at the numbers from period number 1, brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. You can find them online at driveryan.com. Fargo North has the lead 2-1. They outshoot the Sabres 11-10 in period number 1. Both Martin and Otto have 9 saves apiece. And Legacy had 2 power plays. Fargo North didn't have the power play, so the marbles are in favor. You expect Fargo North is going to be on the power play at some point in time here in period number 2.
Yes, they will.
It's the way that it works out. Thanks to Ryan Family Dealership for bringing you the numbers here at our first intermission. Take a timeout. We'll come back with our scoring plays from our first period. Fargo North gets tallies in that period from Jack Amundsen and Caleb Brigman. Legacy gets their goal from Caleb Johnson in period 1. Come back and show you a couple of those as we get set for period 2. First intermission, Fargo North on top of Legacy. 2-1 on your BNC National Bank scoreboard.
To you by like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Todd Domrey's Mike Peluso back at the VFW. Hey fans, a reminder, we got hockey action for you next week. A couple games upcoming here on the PSP Network. On Tuesday night, we'll have Mandan at Minots. We'll follow that up. Thursday, we'll be across the Big Muddy over in Mandan for Legacy and Mandan. And that'll be your hockey action next week on the PSP Network. Be sure to like and follow us on our social media platforms of Facebook and X, and like and follow us on YouTube as well. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so you know when our PSP Network team is live promoting local athletes at high school sporting events. It's our Magic Towing halftime report. Fargo North on top of Legacy in our first intermission. Let's run through our scoring plays from the first period as Fargo North got the party started just 47 seconds into the game, and you find Jack Amundsen wide open in the slot, and he buries that one top shelf, and that gave Fargo North a 1-zip lead just under a minute into the contest. Legacy comes back and answers with this goal from Caleb Johnson. It was a power play. It was Harrison Johnson, and that was a great redirect out front. That's not the angle you usually see a redirect from. Just talk about that. It was almost by the dot over there, and the puck wasn't on net, and it gets redirected towards the net.
Right. Well, that might be Caleb's baseball talents taking over there, but that it's a good play. It's getting pucks to the net. When you got traffic there, you get sticks on it. A lot of things can happen.
And then Caleb Brigman gave Fargo North back a lead just a couple moments later, and this was a play. Legacy couldn't get organized. It was a shorthanded goal, and Brigman had this burst right here, and he got around the defense of the Sabres, and he tucked it on the top shelf where Grandpa Fred hides the good stuff. And it was a nice goal there by Brigman on the takeaway.
Very, very strong play. Everything about it. He drove wide, cut to the net hard, and he did. He held onto it and put it upstairs.
And there's your scoring plays from our first period as Fargo North leads 2-1 on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. And we'll take one final timeout. We'll come back and get period number 2 underway from the VFW tonight. Spartans on top of the Sabres 2-1 here in our first intermission. And our thanks to Magic Towing for bringing you our intermission activities here on the PSP Network.
Time to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar, but when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
Ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
ServPro brings hope. With expertise in Minot and Bismarck, we don't just restore homes, we rebuild lives.
Our thanks to ServPro for bringing you our power plays on the PSP network. ServPro 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's ServPro. Fargo North outshoots Legacy 11-10 in period number 1. I do like, you know, nothing against the Sabres units. I like them too because it reminds me of the Bobcats.
Right.
They look just like that almost, and it's a good look. But man, those Spartan road unis are nice. Could put those sweaters on any day.
Oh yeah, they're catchy.
Here we go in period number 2. Quick shot in the slot, but he got tangled up there. Did Fargo North's Liam Olson. Sabres tried to escape the zone. Colby Hansen holds it in. Liam Olson lurking. Sends it up top. Connor Long. Down to the goal line. Oh, they had a couple guys out front that sifted through the blue paint. North with some zone time here to start period number 2. Gavin Mitzel rifles it around the wall. Oh, they almost had a breakout to Harrison Johnson. Caleb Johnson touches it up, and going to be a hand pass.
I don't know what they called there. Might have just been offside.
Oh, maybe offside. Just kind of was going like this.
Yeah, yeah. Who knows with them?
Yeah, it looks like where they're having the face-off, it's got to be offside. So North in the navy blue and yellow. Looks for an outlet. And a wrist shot whistled high and wide for Brigman, looking for his second goal of the afternoon. Back comes Legacy. Jerome fires, and Kiefer Martin got it tangled up in his jersey. Good setup there by the Sabres. Ben Garley put it on the tape of Isaac Jerome, one-timed it. And now you get a draw to the glove side of Kiefer Martin. Stalemated, held in by Garley. Century gets a shot from the line to the near side wall. Legacy keeps it in with Blaze Miller. Spartans trying to get organized. Miller has it back at neutral ice. Almost gave it away there.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, look at that. It's not halftime hot dogs, but it's second period sodas.
Yes.
Like that. Drive from Brigman. And here comes Legacy. We got Braden Storm carrying in. Oh, and a wrist shot and a pad save. Nobody on the rebound there for Legacy. But the Sabres will push it in with Colton Duchesne. Trying to wrap it around a couple Spartans there. Duchesne still whacking at it. And now it comes back, and it's going to be picked up by Mason Strom. Strom to Duchesne, and the Sabres give it away. Dietz held the line momentarily for Fargo North. Long is back to play it. Gets it up ahead to Kellen Doherty. Doherty had it skip over the stick of Jackson, and Jackson got it back on the give and go. It hit the wand of Legacy's Strom, and that actually played to the favor of Legacy. Out to neutral ice we come. Shots are now 12-12 here, 4 minutes. Check that, 3 minutes into period number 2. And it's going to be an icing whistled there on Fargo North. Icing brought to you today by Shields, proud sponsor of the PSP Network. They got fashion and footwear. Shields.com, they're a proud supporter of the PSP Network in Minot and Bismarck. I bet you Shields was buzzing today on Black Friday.
I can't even imagine. Probably the last place you'd see me on Friday.
No, somebody asked me why I was at DCN, you know, as it gets covered up there by Kiefer Martin. I'm like, you know, we have day jobs, but we're still announcing. Like, you have a day job, I have a day job, right? We're not full-time announcers. So yeah, I was at my day job this morning. They said, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "I don't shop."
Yeah, right.
That's the easiest answer I could give the folks.
That's a good answer.
The problem I did is my family was out shopping the day, and I got the alerts on my credit card whenever something gets dinged to it.
Yeah,
so it was like
buzzing all day.
It was like Southwest Airlines. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
As we get another icing. Today's icing brought to you by Minot State. 96% of recent Minot State grads employed or continuing their education. MSU grads get jobs, period. Well, both these teams dealing with turnover. That's the one thing in high school. I mean, every year you got kids that graduate, kids that move on, and you just got to adapt and move on, correct?
Oh, 100%. It's a turnover, you know, it really is. And you just got to hope there's certain ones that step up and take the place of the ones you lost.
You know, one question I want to ask you is, you know, when you get a whole new group of characters that come in, do you change your approach based on the personnel that you might have, or do you always kind of have the same kind of lens and the same kind of way you want to see the game played year in and year out? And do you adapt the team to your style, or do you have the style adapt to your team?
It depends. You know, for me, I was always trying to get them to play a certain way. It didn't matter what kind of group we had. You know, we had certain things that we had in place that we did not want to lose, and you know, it took time to build it to that. So, you know, certainly you want to try and do it that way, but there are times you got to cater, you know, a little bit towards what you have. And you know, and early in my career, I had teams that were really deep, and we could roll pretty hard 4 lines every game. And then as time wore on, the numbers got smaller and smaller, and it made it more difficult to do that. So you had to adapt to that, and you know, roll your top guys a little more than you like to. You kind of tax them that way, and it's tough, you know, especially when you get into a tournament situation where you're playing 3 games in 3 days.
Sure, yeah, it's just diminishing returns, right?
Yes,
as the games go on and the lines get shorter, you just run out of gas a little bit.
Yep.
Well, that's probably, if you were going to pick an advantage that the East teams have over the West teams year in and year out, there's that depth that they can roll those 4 lines.
That's 100% what it is. And you know, and again, we try to train and practice a certain way to counter that. And you know, everybody thought we were doing something you know, super magical and secret, and we weren't. We were trying to get our guys in extremely good shape in order for us to kind of get into those games where we could just kind of grind on them and try to wear them down, because they did have the numbers, you know, to just keep coming at you, and we were able to counter that for the most part, and that's why we had the success that we did.
Ben Garley put a shot on net for Legacy. The shots are now 13-13 and off the draw. Legacy puts one on net with Cooper Schwann. Martin with another save. 12:21 to play, period number 2. Been no scoring here in the second stanza. North got goals from Amundsen and Pregame in period number 1 to stake themselves to a 2-1 advantage. Legacy holds the line. McKay bodied off the puck. Oh, and now it's loose in front. Shoot! Score! McKay did the dirty work, and Cooper Schwann made a move at the end of that, and he's got his first varsity goal. Just like that, we are knotted up at 2. There's a Ryan Family Dealership replay. Yeah, Beckham, Presley, McKay. He's the guy that, you know, made the play here in the slots. And then all of a sudden it's, hey, hang around the goal. Cooper Schwann made a good move once he got that on his tape.
He did. He had really good patience there.
Yeah, you know, that's one of those that you wouldn't think he would have time, but he actually had time to make a move.
Right.
Cooper Schwann. Beckham Presley McKay has the lone assist. Cooper Schwann has his first varsity goal. 4:54 is the time, and we are tied up at 2. Legacy has it to Gavin Mitzel. Plays it up ahead to Isaac Lewis. Turned around there by the stick of Peyton Rorick of Fargo North. Rorick laying the lumber down below the goal line. It pops out. Legacy just gets it out of the zone. Good work there by Isaac Jerome. Lewis bodying off the puck once, twice. Legacy throws it in deep. Braden Strom in on the chase. Under 11 to play. Is at the line, tangled up. Now it turns into a 2-on-1. Here comes North. Oh, short side shot there, whistled in by Rorick. And Rorick got pasted. Legacy Strom plays it ahead. Garley now back to get it is Blaze Miller. Pinching in was Christian Gomez, looking for Brigham. Back deep is Amundsen. Right out front, Brigman. Oh, right on the doorstep, and a save for Tristan Otto. North centers it. Brigham still in the slot, and finally Legacy just whistles it out of there. Good activity. Boy, that line has been good. Amundsen, Brigham, and Anger. Those guys have created opportunities.
Yeah, they're, you know, just, you can kind of tell it's early. They're just a little bit off, but, you know, that timing comes with time, and some of those opportunities will start falling as you get deeper into the season.
And a draw to the gloves, checked at the blocker side of Tristan Otto. Won by the Sabres, but Caleb Johnson couldn't turn it. Blaze Miller back to get it. Misses on an outlet. And it's going to go down the ice for icing today, brought to you by Prestwich Orthodontics. Specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. You can check them out online at minotbraces.com. Well, I was going to say it's been a pretty clean, fast second period, but as soon as I say that, we'll have penalties galore.
Of course. It's kind of like me out fishing when the wind stops blowing. I'm like, don't say anything. it's gonna hear you.
Hey, what's that like when you're guiding and all of a sudden the wind stops blowing? That's got to be like. I bet you that's not pretty.
No, it's you got both ends of it. You don't want it to blow too much, and you don't want it to not blow at all. So it's like
something about 10 to 15 every day would be perfect, right?
If you could keep it right there, it'd be just right.
The walleye chop is real.
It's real, yes. Not so much on the river, but it is on the lakes.
True. Legacy pops it into the Spartan bench. And we'll have a draw out. I'm going to come back into the Legacy end.
I think Fargo North's lucky it actually went in the bench because they'd have probably got called for too many men on the ice.
Sabres out shooting the Spartans 15-14 here with 9:12 to play in period 2 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. We're tied at 2. Legacy comes cross ice. Brody Berger trying to get it back to Beckham, Presley, McKay. Strom plays it down deep. Taken away by Fargo North. Taken right back by the Sabres. And wrapped into the North zone. Kiefer Martin scuttles it along the wall. Held in by Legacy. Brody Berger gives it away. Now you got an opportunity for a breakaway, and here comes Fargo North, and from behind he got hooked, and that's going to send.
Oh, penalty shot. Whoa. Penalty shot. I was wondering if he was going to call that. I didn't want to say anything.
All right. Lucas Jackson.
Oh, we got a little excitement.
Lucas Jackson from behind.
Yeah. It's actually a good call.
Well, the fans in front of us are excited. Hey, you're going to get Lucas Jackson on the penalty shot.
You don't see these every day.
Be a mano with Tristan Otto. I don't know. Hey, we had a game the other night on the PSP Network, girls hockey, Century and Minot, and they went 10 tries in overtime in the shootout, and nobody scored.
I know. I was sitting in my cabin up in Minnewaca waiting for the Demon game to start.
Here we go. Lucas Jackson in on Otto. He will go to the forehand, and he shoots wide. And I looked over at Coach Farragut, and he was clapping again.
I bet he was. I bet he was. Yeah, those are tough. You got a lot of time to think on that. You know what I mean? And sometimes your best laid plan doesn't always happen in that case.
And we'll go right to the Ryan Family Dealership replay. Yeah, Jackson, he didn't carry the speed in. He just went to the deke to the forehand, and then he just missed the net. You know what? I think Otto would have been there anyway to close the door by the looks of it.
Yeah, he had good angle on it. Stayed. Biggest thing with a goalie is you don't want to make the goalie makes the first move. The guy's going to score.
Yeah.
So you kind of it's like the old Western shootout.
Legacy wins the draw. Isaac Lewis threw it out front, and now you got people tangled up in the net. Comes off of its moorings. That's one other thing that's changed in hockey over the years is the way they put the pegs in, and those nets get held in.
Yeah, it's different now. They got the it depends on what games. They got the rubber pegs, and then you got the old metal ones.
Hey, cool. We got to see a penalty shot.
Yeah, like I said, you don't see that every day in high school hockey.
Joel Anderson tries to step in, and he has it batted off his stick by Colby Hansen. Anderson takes it back. Played around it with Liam Anderson. He and Isaac Lewis battling. And there comes Connor Amundsen. Joel Anderson. Legacy loses an edge there for Harrison Johnson, and back comes the Spartans. Oh, I don't know if Tristan Otto knew where that one was. He made the save, but he did not know where the rebound was off of the heavy shot there from Connor Amundsen. Legacy just ices the puck, and today's icing brought to you by Minot State University. Best way to predict your future is to create it. Minot State. Be seen, be heard, be you at MSU.
Give you a little history on those pegs. It's kind of a cool story. Back in the early days, you used to screw them into the floor or the sand or whatever, so they didn't move. If you hit the net didn't move. It stayed put. And actually, my dad back in the late 70s down at Schaumburg Ice Arena got sick and tired of having to dig out the ice all the time to put those types of pegs in, and he went down to the hardware store and conjured up all these different things. And the metal pegs that you see today is basically what he built. And he had his high school coach up in Coleraine, Minnesota. He had told him about them. He said, "Give me a set of those, or make me a set." Dad sent a set up there, and Bobby Jernander called him not too long after. He goes, "Hey Jimmy, I got a problem." He's like, "What's that?" He goes, "Somebody stole those pegs from me." and literally a few years later, they were mass produced all over the country. So somebody saw them up there and took it and ran. Dad wasn't smart enough to put the patent on it.
That's what I was just going to ask. Did Jim put the patent on it?
No, he probably should have.
Oh, he'd be living in the palatial mansion.
Yeah, no kidding.
With his peg patent.
Yeah, peg patent.
Christian Gomez with a heavy shot from the point. Legacy slips it out to center. Liam Olsen turns it right back in for the Spartans. Here comes Peyton Rorick. Knocked out the puck. Legacy drops it out to center. Bo Ratchke just clears some duress. Oh. Kiefer Martin just about threw that one right to a saber.
Once again, I like his confidence.
Legacy almost gave it away. Colton DeShane. And now scrumming in the corner is Jack Amundsen. This big line out here for the Spartans. And Legacy out to center. Connor Long will turn and burn and fire one right back in deep, but he wasn't at center ice, and that'll be an icing. Isaac Jerome and Connor Long were about ready to just get after it there, and somebody from the Legacy bench came and grabbed Isaac and said, "Not now." Not the time and place.
No, it's not.
Northern Plains Heating and Air brings you today's icing. Factory authorized dealer. For AeroSeal, another choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air.
Oh, nice save.
Good save there by Kiefer Martin off the shot from the point by Gavin Mitzel. Legacy. Joel Anderson rolls it right back in. Harrison Johnson along with Caleb Johnson and Isaac Lewis. 3v2, but Spartans come out of there with it. Pregame tries to roll through the defense, and Gavin Mitzel, nice job there by the A on the jersey for Mitzel. Anderson back to play it. Around the wall he goes, and here comes Caleb Anderson. A good stick there by Connor Long, and then he just ices it. It looked like he was trying to hit the linesman.
Well, I've been guilty of that. Yeah, there was a few pucks that got winged at refs when I was playing.
Not on purpose,
well,
of course.
You had to make it not look like you were, but trust me, I was trying to wring it off their ear.
5:15 to play period number 2. 2-2 on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. Legacy got the tying goal here in period number 2. For Cooper Schwann, his first varsity goal. And the Spartans trying to get organized in their own end. Legacy, as Connor Amundsen dumps it in for North. Chip to the line. Renz overskated it momentarily. Anderson back to Mitzel. Mitzel fires it to Joel Anderson, and here he comes. Steaming in, he will pass. Oh! And nobody there for the Sabres. I think everybody in the building thought that Anderson was going to shoot that one. And in hindsight, it's probably one that Joel Anderson wants back.
Yeah, you definitely probably wanted to shoot that one.
Dryer from the line. Sent on net there by Raschke. Jerome. High shot there is blocked. Blaze Miller gets it over to Raschke, who dumps it right back in for the Sabres. 4 to play in period number 2, and we're tied at 2. Miller holds it in. Miller has it back. He will fire one on net, and nobody in front of that one. And Martin mitts it up, and the shot's now 18-16 in favor of Legacy. The last few minutes have been good for the Sabres.
Yeah, they seem to be kind of settling in, playing more of a, I don't know what the word you want to say, more of a team, get it in deep, get to work.
Ben Garley on the draw for the Sabres. Around the wall it goes. Colby Hansen battling for it there for the North Spartans. I'll check that was Kellen Doherty, I beg your pardon. A bouncing puck. Trying to be settled down there by Martin. Overskated by Connor Long. And Legacy's going to be offside. When guys are chirping and all of a sudden they do the circle and they get right back into the cage, the helmet of the other guy, you just kind of stop and wonder, okay, what's going to happen here?
Yeah.
And nothing did. Cooler heads prevailed. Legacy's Evan Davis throws it in. Harrison Johnson in battling with Long and Dietz on the action for Fargo North. Pregame is in there. Dietz has it on his stick. Flips it ahead to Amundsen, who will throw it in on the chase. Wheels in there with Enger. And we're under 3 to play here in period 2. Legacy's Evan Davis knocked off the puck there by Pregame. Good stick there by the captain. Pregame has it below the goal line, operating, looking out front. Pregame out to the line. Gomez sends it over to Dietz. Dietz looking for a backside pass there to Amundsen. Just missed. Harrison Johnson can't get it out. Bumped ahead by Duchesne. Still on the attack of the Spartans. They get a shot from the point there from Gomez. And Legacy's going to nip it out to center. Sabres going to hustle for a change. They looked like they weren't going to get that change accomplished.
Nope.
Now Brigman looks for a breakout. Good play there by Davis at center ice. Sabres get organized on their own end. Sent right back in by Fargo North. Locker lost the handle. And a loose puck in the slot. Just steamed through there. Back out to the line. Long to Liam Olsen. Down deep is Connor Amundsen. Look to center it to Olsen. Now a fan shot for Long. Legacy's a little bit on their heels right here. The Spartans have a little zest in their step, and now you're going in the box. Gavin Mitzel took out Connor Amundsen. And with 1:11 to play in period 2, the North Spartans going to be on their first power play of the evening. Mitzel's going off for interference.
These ones are tough, especially late in a period like this with only minute 11 left. You're going to break this power play up if you don't score on it right away. And I, as a coach, I hated starting a period on the power play. I don't know what it was. I don't think we ever would score. It's just something. It's just weird because you kind of lose what's going on basically. So for Fargo North right now, being it's a 2-2 hockey game, they definitely want to try and get something established here right away.
North will have their D pair of Gomez and Killand out there on the man advantage. Enger will take the draw. Oh, good play there by Joel Anderson. He was aggressive on that PK opportunity, sent it down.
1 minute remaining in the second period. Final minute of play in the
And here comes Gomez.
Legacy Sabres penalty is
Nudges it ahead.
Gavin Mitzel. 2 minutes interference at 15:49.
Enger
Mitzel
controls.
2 interference 15:49.
Back to Killen. One-timer for Liam Olsen. Couldn't tell if that got through and got to Tristan Otto or not. Oh, now the puck flies through the blue paint, and Otto is laying down. Did somebody grab onto it for Legacy?
They're trying to hold it there. That would have been another penalty shot if he'd have held onto it longer.
Gomez back down to 20 seconds to play in the period. North on the man advantage. They send it over to Killen. Back to Gomez. Another one-timer right into the guts. Liam Olsen got some lumber on that one, and Tristan Otto slid quickly across and closed the door for the Sabres. Just 7 seconds remaining in the period.
It's funny. I had a chance to coach number 4 for Legacy, Joel Anderson. I don't know if the kid talks. I spent six weekends or more with him. I don't think I heard him say 2 words, but he's a good, quiet hockey player too. He's strong. He does a lot of nice things with the puck.
And Legacy wins the draw and fires it down, and that's the way period number 2 will go into the books. Just 1 goal in period number 2, and it was tallied by the Sabres. Cooper Schwann has his first varsity goal. Teams are just kind of loitering around out here. Are they going to have a little chat with the captains?
No, they're trying to get the goalie to come across the red line.
Oh.
They don't like all the players running down there and then crossing paths.
I got you. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, it's that was always a stickle point when I was a coach. I used to just tell my guys to hold out by the bench.
Yeah.
I said, make the goalie skate. He hasn't skated all period. You can get back to the bench.
I'm gonna talk to you about that. The concept of the goalie being the best skater on the team.
Well, they're supposed to be.
All right, our Magic Towing second intermission report comes up next. At the end of 2 periods from the VFW in Bismarck tonight, we're knotted up at 2. Legacy and Fargo North doing battle, and we will have our Magic Towing intermission report coming up next. Magic Towing, call them when you need a tow. No job too big or too small. Magic Towing, serving Western North Dakota.
You buy. Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Todd Domrey's Mike Peluso back at the VFW. Good to have Luke and Landon Domrey's running the cameras for us tonight and operating and producing on the PSP Network. 2-1 was the score after one. Legacy tied it up on a Cooper Schwann goal here in period 2, and second intermission tied at 2. Have been good hockey games today. I mean, like you said, early season, a lot of these things are competitive, but it's been nip and tuck both games.
Yeah, well, it's been good.
It's our Magic Towing intermission report. No job too big or too small. Magic Towing. Put this number in your phone right now. 701-509-4011. Magic Towing. Serving Western North Dakota. If you mention the PSP Network, they'll give you $50 off your next tow. All right, before we get to the numbers here, let's give you a BNC scoreboard update as you got a couple games going on across the state in hockey. As earlier today, if you watched it on the PSP Network, West Fargo scored 2 late ones after Century, who had been down 5-3 in the third, tied it up at 5. West Fargo got the go-ahead goal from Bryce Mattern and then an empty netter from Bryce Mattern as he has a hat trick to lead the Packers over the Patriots. 7-5 the final there. East Grand Forks, the Green Wave, take care of Red River 7-2 tonight. And at the end of one, West Fargo Cheyenne leading Roseau. There's the 4 games along with this one tied up at 2 at the end of 2 periods. There's your BNC scoreboard update. Would that be a surprise, East Grand Forks and Red River?
No, East Grand's got an absolute loaded team this year. So
okay.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
Not surprising. Okay. Well, they just keep growing hockey kids up in East Grand Forks and Grand Forks, I guess.
Yeah, there's some in the water. There's no doubt about that.
Well, those. You can tell why though. But I mean, every one of those kids up in the Grand Forks area, if they're a good athlete, they're on skates by the time they're about 5 or 6 years old.
No, they are. I mean, it's a hockey town.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it's always been that way. And especially when you got UND in your backyard. I mean, those kids are able to watch top-notch hockey. Coming out of preschool. So it definitely breeds a mentality up there, and they've carried it a lot of years that way.
All right, 2-2 here in the second intermission. Here's the numbers. North and Legacy knotted up. Legacy's outshot Fargo North 21-19. Tristanato with 17 saves. Kiefer Martin with 19 saves. Fargo North is on a power play right now, so officially they're still 0 for 0 as this 49 seconds as we start period number 3 of their first power play of the evening. Legacy's 1 for 2, both those man advantages coming in period number 1. So for the fireworks that we had in game 1, that was just 1 goal in that second period. We kind of figured this was going to be a lower scoring game of the 2.
We thought so, and so far, it's holding out to that. But yeah, you never know. It could open up in a hurry too.
Yeah, you look at the numbers. I mean, Legacy's been a team that they give up. They only give up 2.5 goals a game last year. Okay, they scored 4.0 and they gave up 2.5. So that's not a team that plays that kind of freewheeling style where they get into a lot of 8-7 games like that.
Well, right. I mean, you got their coach is a guy that he's defensive minded, obviously. So they're going to try to keep these scores down, and that's the right game plan. I mean, when you got going up against certain teams, you got to try to keep the scores down, and that's where you'll have your success.
Now, we mentioned our upcoming hockey schedule next week. We got hockey on Tuesday nights as soon as I get my schedule pulled up here. Got hockey from the Magic City. I should know it by heart by now, but I don't. As we will have Mandan at Minot on Tuesday night, and then we'll have a doubleheader for Mandan as next Thursday we'll be over in Mandan for the Legacy Sabres at Mandan from the Starion Sports Complex. Hey, you won't be able to join us. You'll be down in the Valley of the Sun.
I will be. I'll be watching Minnesota Duluth play ASU.
That's pretty cool, though, because you're going to get together with some of your former teammates and Bulldog alumni and get to see the Bulldogs play down at ASU for the first time.
Yeah, that was kind of why we decided all go. We were back for Mike Sertich's funeral, our coach in college here, a couple months ago, and I think that was kind of what spurred it on. We started talking that, hey, we got to try to get back together and reminisce about the good old days, basically, and certainly getting a chance to go down there and enjoy maybe some warmer weather before I start my ice fishing season might not be a bad thing.
Might not be a bad thing. Okay, I want to take you back. Let's go back a few years. If you were a high school kid that had some hockey talent and folks from ASU and the Sun Devils started calling and saying, hey, we might want to give you a scholarship, I mean, that would seem pretty appealing to me.
Yeah, it'd be very appealing to me as well. I mean, you're going to go get to play in a nice building. They got a top-notch facility. You're playing in a warm state, and I'm guessing the scenery's pretty good.
If you've been on the ASU campus, you know exactly what we're talking about. The mountains are awesome. I mean,
yeah.
You can see the snow-capped mountains. Oh, we better break before.
This is PG, right?
Oh, our second intermission rolls on, brought to you by Magic Towing. We'll come back and recap some scoring plays and highlights from period number 2. Knotted up at 2 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Fargo North and Legacy tied up in our second intermission.
We still offer the best product at the best price with the same people. For over 25 years, we've been your only choice for tires in the local area, providing all major brands under one roof at a fair price for your family's budget. Plus that excellent service after the sale with free rotations, free alignment check, free flat repairs with our exclusive Plus plan. That tradition continues today. Looking for tires you can trust? Choose us. Trusted Tire and Auto.
When it's time to choose your team, you want to pick the best.
I pick Carson Wentz. I pick Hunter Lipke.
Where'd you come from? I was in football just like you.
Always choose people you know and trust for your team, like your community bankers at First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins.
your agents with answers in Mandan.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
Well, we just spent the last 2.5 minutes talking about the snow-capped mountains in the Valley of the Sun, the scenery. We're back at our Magic Towing intermission report. We're tied at 2. And here's your highlights from period number 2. First off, you get the equalizer. Cooper Schwann with his first goal as a Sabre. And you get to work there by Duchesne. And the play by Presley Bennett McKay. Check that. I'm going to get that name mixed up a lot. Beckham Presley McKay, the work by him to just kind of nudge that thing ahead to Schwann, and then Schwann with great patience to pay it off. There's your equalizer in period number 2, and then, hey, you get a penalty shot. Lucas Jackson got behind the defense, and, hey, this one got to old Ryan Fargo up clapping.
Oh, absolutely. You know, Otto just held steady. I mean, that's huge.
I mean, you watch him, and he's just really in his stance. And like you said, he made Jackson make the first move.
Right, and that's the key. You want to get the goalie to move just a little bit, and he didn't move at all.
Yeah, there's your first half highlights brought to you by Ryan Family Dealership, driveryan.com. You can find them online. We'll take, now we're just going to keep this right here as we're going to be right into a Serve Pro power play, the final 49 seconds of it for Fargo North. Serve Pro brings you our power plays. 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup, restoration. It's Serve Pro.
Little inside over here.
Dude, it's a good thing we don't have FCC regulations.
Right, that's why I said non-sanctioned. Well, if you can't have fun, why do it, right?
That's right. That's right. Got to laugh at yourself sometimes, too.
Well, I'm good at that.
That's what I do. All right, here we go. Man advantage for Fargo North for the final 40 seconds here. As Long almost lost the puck. Johnson was lurking. That was Harrison. Dietz has it tangled up in his skates, and precious time evaporating here, down to half a minute on the man advantage. But here comes Caleb Brigman, wheeling into the Sabre zone. Brigman carries. Brigman out to the line to Dietz. Dietz back to Brigman, back to Dietz. Drive, rebound at the doorstep. And Liam Olsen couldn't get a stick on it. Dietz, sharp angle for Brigman. He whiffed on it, out to the line, and the Sabres have killed it off. Legacy back to full strength. Dietz held the line. Legacy fires it up ahead. And wrapped into the zone by Ben Garley. Ben's one of those kids that he wore 34 last year. Now he's got 16 on this year. I say kids should just keep the same number for their entire 4 years of high school.
Make it easier on you.
They'll make it a heck of a lot easier.
Yeah.
But hey, man, everybody wants those single-digit numbers.
Yeah, I like the lower ones.
Yep. Brigman back. Brigman shoots, and a save for Otto. Rebound cleared out of there by Legacy. Fired back in from the line. A high shot finds the twine. And Fargo North has grabbed the lead. Christian Gomez from the point. Let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. I couldn't tell if there was folks in front, but it didn't look like Tristanato had a good look at that.
Well, yeah, and then the Legacy bench is arguing for a high stick, and I couldn't tell if that was deflected or not, but I don't think it was.
And gets back out the line there. You see Gomez, just a one-timer, and, you know, Otto puts his pads, or his blocker and his glove up, and finds the top of the net. Fargo North has grabbed the lead a minute and a half into period number 3. We'll get the assists official here as Christian Gomez has the goal for Fargo North.
Number 17, Christian Gomez.
Legacy, oh, grade A chance for Ben Garley, who got it to Braden Strom. Legacy fires another one on net. All right, now I officially didn't hear who the assists were for Fargo North, but
I missed her now too.
And you know, this is one of the things that I think they get a printout over there. If they could bring that baby over here at the intermissions, that would be outstanding. Then I wouldn't have to keep track of all that stuff.
Right, it'd be nice.
It'd be a lot less stress. Well, Christian Gomez has given Fargo North a lead. Apologize to the guys who got the assist because Legacy had 2 grade A chances for Strom and for Garley and just about tied it right back up, so I didn't catch exactly who had the assists for the Spartans as the shots now are 22 apiece. North leads 3-2 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Tanner Killen tried to center that one. And back comes Renz. Renz had a 2-on-1 but didn't see it, got it late. And a shot put up there, or a shot thrown on net there by Strom. Check that, that's Garley. I think that was, everybody was yelling at Renz because he was like, hey, you got a guy streaking up ahead here, and he never saw him.
Never saw him.
I was wondering what all the commotion was about. Then I kind of looked up too and like, oh, yeah, he's got a 2-on-1 and he didn't see it. Isaac Lewis. Sharp angle shot from Harrison Johnson. Lewis pinballing off of blue jerseys. And Fargo North just drops it out to center. Harrison Johnson right back to Caleb Johnson. Johnson will step in, a low shot. Didn't find the net. Legacy had a good shift there as Isaac Lewis will just dump it right back in. Blaze Miller crawls in on the chase along with Braden Strom. Now out front, Strom fires high and wide. Blaze Miller in on the action as well. Jack Amundsen plays it, but not out. Shot, rebound, oh, and it skipped over the stick of Braden Strom. Shot from the point there for Cooper Schwann. And there's a tape-to-tape pass. And Renz drops it right back in. And Fargo North just whips it down the ice. Well, after the goal, Legacy tilted a bit there.
Yeah, it's a good answer by them. I mean, that's, you know, again, from a coaching standpoint, that's something you want to see your kids do. You get down a goal, you know, early in a period to see how they respond, and Legacy responded very well. They had plenty of opportunities there in the last minute and a half to equalize it.
Icing brought to you by the UPS store. They're located on South Broadway in Minot in the Marketplace Foods Plaza. They're there for all your packing and shipping needs. They're going to send Colby Hansen out of the dot. Gets replaced there. Shot put on net there by the Sabres, Isaac Jerome. Hansen looks for a breakout. He's got Amundsen with him. Connor Amundsen, a low wrist shot, and Tristanato snags that one with a catcher's mitt. Minor after game, we'll have our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads post-game show. And as part of that post-game, we'll hand out our Spas Etc. move of the game and our Sport Clips MVP of the contest. Stay tuned for that as part of our post game. As Joel Anderson skips it around the boards. Gomez kept it in. And a good stick there by Isaac Lewis takes it out of the zone. Gomez has to retreat along with Long. And they try to outlet. Sabres have to wait a moment and tag up. Right back into the D zone of the Spartans. And now Kellen Doherty flips it in. Lucas Jackson in on the chase. Mitzel wraps it around the wall to Caleb Johnson. Johnson gets sandwiched into the boards. Legacy up ahead to Lewis. And he got upended. Caleb Johnson working hard down on the goal line. And in deep, Legacy has the puck. But they throw it right to Jack Amundsen, who just pops it out. And if it gets down and the Sabres win the race, well, you don't even have to win the race anymore. As long as it gets over the goal line, it's ice.
Yep, different rules again, high school from juniors to college to pro.
Icing brought to you tonight by Prestwich Orthodontics. Professional treatment in a fun, relaxed atmosphere. You can check them out at minotbraces.com. $11:19 to play in the contest. 3-2, Fargo North on top. Draw one by the Sabres, but a block shot there by Fargo North. And now quickly, you're going to get interference as flying in there was Liam Olson, and he got tangled up with Blaze Miller. And either interference or elbowing, I guess. Take your pick. Nope. It was my first call. Interference. And Fargo North on the power play for the second time. They're 0 for 1 in the contest. They scored just shortly after the power play expired at the beginning of this period, but here comes North. Big kill here for Legacy. If North could pop one in, they'll have a 2-goal advantage. Brigman steps in, and that shot got blocked. Legacy shorthanded. They try to get it up ahead as Strom puts a shot on net. Pad save with the pillows there for Kiefer Martin, and now Isaac Lewis shorthanded. Just going to play backwards and kill some time here. Now Lewis dumps it in. Knocked down by Long. Connor spins back and leaves it for Dietz. Brigman has it on his stick, and he'll throw it in deep. Liam Olson can't get there in time, and the Sabres wrap it down the ice. 1:10 in the man advantage. Brigman gets the motor going, and he just tosses it off the plexiglass, off the back of the net. Liam Olson out to the line to Dietz. Back to Olson. Olson down deep. They try to center it. Now Dietz from the top. On the doorstep there was Colby Hansen. Dietz has it back. Now to Brigman. Wrist shot. Oh, just missed the net. Oh, that's a good job there by Legacy. Caleb Anderson at the line. Sends it down, and Legacy gets a new PK unit out there for the remaining 21 seconds of the man advantage. And now the Sabres throw it right back in. Strom belts it down there. And it looks like Legacy is going to kill off the man advantage. And indeed they do. Good work there also by Bo Rashke of Legacy on that PK. And we're back at full strength, 5-on-5 hockey. Isaac Lewis tried to get it off the stick there of Amundsen. Killen holds the line. Sabres with a takeaway. Garley, check that Strom, trying to get it over to Lewis, and Isaac wraps it down. Garley in. Legacy tries to center it. Ooh, had a chance. Garley couldn't backhand it to Strom. And Strom whistles one in again. Joel Anderson through traffic. Back to the line. Sabres can't hold the line. Back out to center it comes, and North dumps it in. Settled down there by Otto. Anderson has his stick taken away. He didn't like it either.
No.
And Legacy comes out. Sabres wheeling into the zone with Cooper Schwann. Holding it in is Jerome. Played there by Brody Berger. Jerome has it back. Isaac couldn't keep possession. Played by Kellen Doherty, and Legacy can't hold it. Mitzel to Berger, and Brody just tosses it in deep. They try to center it, and nobody home for the Sabres, and here comes Kellen Doherty for the North Spartans. He'll just toss it in, and the Spartans will change. Harrison Johnson battling on the wall. Killand whistles a wrister wide. Gomez backhands it. Liam Olsen plays it. Back to Gomez. Through traffic, loose puck in the slot. Legacy clears it out of there. Off the wall it goes, and it bounces to center. Under 7 to play in the contest. 3-2 Fargo North on top on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. It's been a long green flag run here.
Yeah, no whistles hardly.
Just back and forth we go. Legacy's Gavin Mitzel plays it around to Bo Raschke. Killand, oh, big time shot there by Amundsen, and Tristan Otto slams the door. Hops through the skates. Oh, and Legacy almost had a chance there. Good diving play by Brigman. They were looking for a headman pass. Were the Sabres to Caleb Johnson. Now you get one over to Harrison Johnson, who backhands it in. Sabres will go off on a change. And now a takeaway. Joel Anderson skating around traffic, and he fires a wrist shot into the pads of Kiefer Martin. Sabres Anderson, oh, and he gets tangled up at center. Brigman has it on his tape. He wheels in. Brigman pass weak side. Ooh, almost a chance there for Enger. Now the bodies are flying. And Legacy back. Strom has Garley with him. Pass, shoot. Oh, what a save. They set up Garley in the slots. Get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. The Sabres with the breakouts. Strom and Garley 2-on-1. Pass on the tape. And, oh, that is a grade A opportunity. And we get our first of the night. First International Bank and Trust timeout on the ice. First International Bank and Trust, a full-service, family-owned independent community bank. Locations in Arizona, Minnesota, North Dakota, and South Dakota. You can find them online at FIBT.com. Take a short timeout with this timeout on the ice, and we'll be back as Fargo North on top 3-2 with 5:29 to play in the contest. Back after this break on the PSP Network.
In a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Thanks to the folks at First International Bank and Trust for bringing you our timeouts. We don't get lots of them in other sports, but we don't get too many of them in hockey. But 5:29 to play. Coaches Farragher and Davison say, hey, we're going to use our TO right now.
Not a bad plan. Just kind of reset the troops here. They got to try to figure out how to get one here, and I'm sure they told Otto to keep an eye on the bench to try to get you out when the time is right. So
shots dead even at 27. Fargo North leads 3-2. Christian Gomez had the go-ahead goal here in the third period for Fargo North. Legacy lurking. Sabres couldn't get a shot on net. And Peyton Rorick wheeling out of the zone for Fargo North. Now the Spartans will change. What do you get there?
Offside.
Oh, another offside?
Yeah. Yeah, to go back to the timeout thing in other sports, we were I can't remember if it was Thanksgiving or Christmas, but my grandma was cooking, and she was listening. We were watching a game, and they called their 30-second timeout, and she goes, "But man, they get a lot of timeouts in these games." Like, no, Grandma, it's 30-second timeout, not the 32nd.
Fargo North tried to center one, and Legacy looks for an outlet to Ben Garley, a little too far. Oh, now there's some extracurricular, and they're not giving each other Thanksgiving pleasantries down there right by the north netminder. Ben Garley and Dietz are still chirping at each other. Icing whistled against Legacy, and we'll go to the other end. A draw to the glove side of Tristanato. And the draw is won by Fargo North, who just dumps it in. Spartans, there's going to be a whistle here pretty quick, because the teams are taking runs at each other right now.
They kind of are.
Cooper Long gets it over to Dietz. Plays it ahead. Enger. And that thing goes up into the netting. Yeah, the Zebras are chatting with each other right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're, again, I like when Tyler's out there, because, he's got a pretty good feel for the game. So he's trying to get everybody to kind of settle down. I mean, obviously you don't want to put a team in jeopardy right now at this point in the game, but at the end of the day, you don't want anybody getting hurt either.
Yeah, and you got a little Zebra convention. You don't get those every day. But
no. But yeah, I'd give you the story about Tyler when I was coaching. Him and I would get a little feisty with each other. I wouldn't agree with something going on, and I'm trying to call him over to the bench one time, and I kept saying, Leaf, come to the bench. And he got over, and he's mad at me. He's like, my name's not Leaf, it's Liffrig. And I go, right away, I'm like, okay, tree bark, listen up. So to this day, I joke with him when I see him about it, but I don't think he liked me calling him tree bark.
What do you think they're talking about right now?
I don't know. There's a little bit of a discussion, but be able to tell by Tyler's reaction over there on the bench if it's something that's gonna. They're switching the face off for some reason.
Yeah. Well, Legacy puts a whole new troop out there now that it's an offensive zone face-off for Legacy in the DN for the North Spartans, and you still get the conversation going on there with Coach Klein.
Are they giving Fargo North a penalty? Yeah, they are. Legacy's going to get a power play here. I'm not sure for what, but.
Well, it looks like Jack Amundsen's going off. We'll get the official indication here.
Oh yeah, Tyler's not happy down there. Oh, and that's a 5-minute. Ooh. This is a game changer.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, for about the last minute and a half, both teams were taking runs at each other. So you figured that something like this was going to happen. Oh boy, a 5-minute major for the final 4:31.
Spartans penalty is on number 6, Jack Amundsen, a 5-minute major for boarding.
Boarding, a 5-minute major. Legacy on the power play for the remainder of the game. And they're down a goal. Strom to Anderson, one-timer. And Garley denied by Kiefer Martin. Legacy tries to come quickly back. Pass tipped, seamed it. Strom. Oh, good stick there by Dietz. Legacy lucky to keep possession. They try to center it, and into the skates, and down it goes.
Now, if you're the old coach Dean Blaze, he'd have the goalie pulled already.
He's going 6-on-4.
Oh, he'd have her 6-on-4 in a heartbeat.
Oh, and here comes Legacy steaming in. Cooper Schwann looking for his second tally of the night. Sabres come cross ice. Hops over Harrison Johnson. Round the wall it comes. Shot low and wide from the point. Joel Anderson shot it and then went right to the bench. Both teams with new groups out there. Schwann has it. Chips it ahead to Renz. And Legacy kind of tangled up at center. Well, this, I guarantee you haven't had much on the special teams, and you certainly haven't had much work on your second group on power plays.
No, it's tough this time of year.
And that's what Legacy has out there right now, is probably their second group. Gavin Mitzel drops it for Renz. Collected there by Jerome. Jerome bodied off the puck, and the Spartans bottling up center ice. Tipped down and in by the Sabres. Martin out of the cage to play it down.
Oh, that kid got too many men right there.
There was guys jumping out of the way. Harrison Johnson has the puck. Check that, that's Caleb Johnson. Tries to get it to Jerome. Good job holding it in for Garley. Sent back around deep. Down to 2 minutes to play in the game. Legacy, off of a 5-minute major, takes it out in front. Harrison Johnson slams on the brakes. Back to the line to Mitzel. Mitzel steps in, back to Johnson from the dot. Wrists one high. Trying to snipe one top shelf there, he couldn't do it.
Still haven't pulled the goalie.
Yeah. Down to 90 seconds to play. Still looking at Tristan Otto. I don't think they're talking about it. As Legacy down a goal. 1:24 to play in the contest. Strom up top. Anderson, one-timer, blocked. Oh, nice play. Garley, and that was blocked neatly there by Cooper Long. Now Legacy, we're down to 68 seconds to play. Sabres still on the man advantage. Here comes Renz. Wrist shot from the slot. Oh, and a glove save for Kiefer Martin. Sabres have already used their timeout. Now they're talking to Tristan Otto.
They got to pull him. I mean, you got to pull him.
Yeah, you got to.
Oh, there he goes.
There he goes. So the net will be empty for the Sabres for the final 61 seconds. And the Sabres will skate 6-on-4. North trying to burn off a 5-minute major. And the puck ricochets into the Spartan bench. The Spartans were lobbying for a neutral zone faceoff, but instead the linesman went right back to the dot on the defensive zone of the Spartans. 57 seconds to play. Legacy still with the man advantage, now a 2-man advantage. The net is empty. And there's Renz, shot blocked. Back to the line to Anderson. Anderson, that shot hit some skates. Down deep to Johnson. Johnson whiffed on it, tried to center it. Oh, good check. And they can't clear the zone. Legacy holds it in. Shot from the point, blocked, kept in. Legacy chips it over to Isaac Lewis. Down to 20 seconds to play. Lewis fires on another block shot. Another shot is wide. Shoot! Oh, and Martin has the save of the contest. And now you got a Donnybrook.
Oh, yeah. Well, there were some pretty good battles going on in front of the net while the play was going on, too. So it was going to boil over at some point. And I'll tell you what, you got to give Liam Olson of Fargo North. I mean, he just blocked 4 shots on that shift alone.
Let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. You might see a couple block shots here by Liam Olson. Legacy steps it in with Isaac Lewis, and all of a sudden that thing in the slot, it pops over here, and oh, there's the save. Yeah. And now let's see how much of this we get before the Donnybrook. Oh, you don't get all of it.
But they're putting, it looks like Legacy's going to go man down here too. Oh, no, they're going to have Fargo North as well. So see how this shakes out. But, I mean, it was, I know Gavin Mitzel out in front was tussling pretty hard with, I believe it was Anger. They were getting after each other.
Well, you know what? It's November 29th, and everybody's lathered up right now. Yeah, you got to love it, right?
It must have been all that Thanksgiving carbohydrates.
11 seconds remaining, 11.1 to be exact. Legacy had a couple point-blank opportunities, and now you're going to get a few guys going off, and we're still going to have a draw in the north end. Legacy will still be a skater ahead. Well, there'll still be 2 skaters ahead. The net is empty. So did you have plays off of draws, or you just?
Oh yeah, I mean you try to set up certain things. I mean this puck's outside the zone, so there's not a whole lot you can do other than you know there are plays on this too. But
that's where Legacy's talking about it right there, saying, hey, this should be in the zone, but they're getting overruled.
Well, I think it's because everybody went in. All the defensemen went in, everybody went in, so that automatically pulls the puck out of the zone.
11 seconds to play. Neutral zone face-off. Legacy wins it. Trying to get it over to the far wall. It's tangled up. Still loose. Down to 5 seconds.
Just hit the bench.
And North is going to send it down, and the Spartans have won their season opener. A good battle from the VFW. Well, hey, 2 games we had a penalty shot, pulled goalies, had an empty netter in one. Yeah, good action tonight from the VFW in our season opening night here in the Bismarck-Mandan PSP broadcast.
2 minutes up for all of them for roughing.
Well, a lot of guys going off for roughing there as the 2 teams will shake hands now, and we'll come back with our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show. Planning Team Financial Advisors helping clients work towards financial freedom, and Shots Crossroads, your postgame headquarters. You can find them online at shotscrossroads.com. 3-2 your final. North wins it over Legacy. A frenetic couple last minutes there as that was a good one. We'll come back with our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Clean it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
At Schatz Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day. So you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak, or can you? Schatz Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Who we are. We still offer the best product at the best price with the same people. For over 25 years, we've been your only choice for tires in the local area, providing all major brands under one roof at a fair price for your family's budget. Plus that excellent service after the sale with free rotations, free alignment check, free flat repairs with our exclusive Plus plan. That tradition continues today. Looking for tires you can trust? Choose us. Trusted Tire and Auto.
When it's time to choose your team, you want to pick the best.
I pick Carson Wentz. I pick Hunter Lipke.
Where'd you come from? I was in football just like you.
Always choose people you know and trust for your team, like your community bankers at First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
Or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
All right, back at the VFW, putting the bow on a doubleheader tonight for you on the PSP Network. Fargo North. Man, that was a frenzy. 3-2, Fargo North wins it, and they killed off 4 minutes and 31 seconds of 5-minute major to end the contest, and Legacy was throwing everything but the kitchen sink at the North Spartans, and yeah, they held up.
They did.
It's our Planning Team Financial Advisors, Schatz Crossroads post-game show. Planning Team Financial Advisors helping clients work towards financial freedom, and Schatz Crossroads, your post-game headquarters. You can order online at schatzcrossroads.com. All right, a couple things we've got to do here in our post-game. First off, let's bring you our spas, etc. Not that anymore. I got that graphic messed up there, but I apologize for that. But it's our spas, etc. move of the game. 22 years in the business in the Bismarck markets. Top-notch spa, hot tub, sauna, tanning beds, installation services, also a full selection of billiard tables and gazebos. They've been doing it since 2001, committed to delivering exceptional customer service and building lasting relationships with their valued customers. Our spas, etc. move of the game. Man, we like this one. This guy played well the entire night. Caleb Brigman, the captain for Fargo North. And this is a play here. Legacy was on the man advantage, and it turned into a shorthanded opportunity. And Brigman, once he got that puck on his stick right about here, man, boom, around the defense and a good move to score.
Yeah, he it was a good, strong move towards the net, and he held onto it and put it upstairs.
Yeah, and not just that play. I mean, that guy was he was all over the ice.
Yeah, he was
one of those guys that just stood out.
He was a factor. I mean, he every time he was on the rink, he was doing something that made a difference. So.
Yeah, Caleb Brigman, there's your spas, etc. Move of the game, the shorthanded goal to give Fargo North a 2-1 lead. There's your spas, etc. move of the game. They've been doing it since 2001. Spa, hot tubs, saunas, tanning beds, sales and service and installation. And they also got billiard tables and gazebos serving the Bismarck market. Thanks to Spas, etc. for bringing you our move of the game. Minor, we got hockey next week on the PSP Network. Mandan at Minot on Tuesday and Legacy at Mandan on Thursday. That's our hockey broadcast next week on the PSP Network. All right, here's your final game numbers brought to you by Ryan Family Dealership. Fargo North wins this one 3-2. 30-30 were the shots. Is that right?
It was, yeah,
I think that's what it was, yeah.
It was close, yeah.
And no, that can't be right because our saves don't quite match up there.
Okay.
So
no, you got one of the graphics wrong.
I got one of them. Well, I can fix this in 2 seconds. Watch this. This is the magic of television right here.
Maybe. Look at her. You're going to get her.
How about that?
Yeah.
30 saves, or 30 shots apiece. Kiefer Martin has 28 saves. And Tristan Otto played well as well. 27 saves for him. North 0 for 2 in the power play. Legacy 1 for 3 with the man advantage tonight. There's your numbers brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. You can find them online at driveryan.com. All right, Mike, last thing for us. It's our MVP of the contest brought to you by Sport Clips. They keep you looking your best. So you can check in online with the hairstylist today. And, hey, you got some options. Obviously, Brigman had a nice game. Jack Amundsen had a goal. Brigman had a goal as well. Christian Gomez had the go-ahead tally for Fargo North. But, man, the dude in the net tonight, he stood on his head the last few minutes there, and he made some huge saves for Fargo North.
No, he did. They were game changers. I mean, Legacy had a couple point-blank opportunities, and he stood in there and made a couple big saves in key moments of the game. And
yeah, that's the blocker save you're watching here on a 2-on-1 for Legacy. You watch the kid for Legacy after I think it was Strom that threw it across to Garley, and then watch him. They like.
Oh, yeah, I know the feeling. I mean, it's you feel like you should have scored there, and you don't. And yeah, I get it.
That's what a good goalie will do to you right there. Is he'll frustrate the heck out of you, and that's what Kiefer Martin did. Yeah, that was a save right there. And congratulations, Kiefer, the senior, is your Sport Clips player of the game tonight. That make you feel like the MVP tonight's game MVP contest. MVP is Kiefer Martin, the senior. Hey, he only gives up 0.6 a game. It's going to go up a little bit tonight,
just a little.
Not very much. Congratulations to him. All right, a couple other quick highlights for you here, brought to you by Ryan Family Dealership. As first off, you get the goal that put Fargo North ahead. This thing comes back out to the line, and Christian Gomez with a shot that Tristan Otto didn't see.
Yeah,
and
a lot of traffic.
They got a lot of wood on that one, did Gomez from the point, and that was the one that was ended up being the difference. There's your game-winning goal there for Christian Gomez of Fargo North. And our second Ryan Family Dealership highlight. I got so many of these, I can't remember which one. Oh, this is the Cooper Schwann goal. Is a neat little play there to tip it ahead for Schwann and his first varsity goal. There's your post-game highlights tonight, brought to you by Ryan Family Dealership. All right, old partner. Hey, that's a good way to get it started. You get almost a one-goal game in the first one. That's an empty netter. It makes it a two-goal game, and then you get a 3-2 matchup in game two. That's a pretty good way to start our hockey proceedings here in the capital city.
That might be the lowest scoring game we've ever worked, is a 3-2 hockey game. It's usually way bigger than that.
It usually we would have lost because we always take the over.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. All right, fans, that'll do it for us tonight. Thanks for joining us on the PSP Network. Big thanks to all these in-game sponsors: BNC National Bank, bringing our scoreboard, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the pregame. Timeouts brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. Our replay sponsor is Ryan Family Dealership. Your Serve Pro Power Play. And in our post-game show, brought to you by Planning Team Financial Advisors and Shots Crossroads. You had your Spas, etc. move of the game and your Sport Clips player of the game. And our intermissions, as always, brought to you by Magic Towing. That'll put a wrap on the proceedings tonight. Great work by our team, our producer and camera operators tonight, Luke Domrys, Landon Domrys. For my partner, Mike Peluso, Todd Domrys, repeating your final scores. West Fargo takes care of Century in our opener, 7-5, and in our nightcap, Fargo North hangs on to win 3-2 over the Legacy Sabres. Thanks for joining us, fans, and until next time, so long from the VFW Sports Center.
To you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Name it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of Finrun Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.